Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and today I'm going to be talking about the 4 steps towards executing new and innovative ideas. So, basically, the essence of this topic is to address the fact that a lot of us spend too much time on developing the next big thing as ideas versus paying the same level of attention to executing said ideas. And as an older colleague and friend of mine once said, Dr. Oselumense Ejale, he said, ideas are a dime a dozen, but execution is everything. So, without further ado, I will not spend too much time saying stories. I'll just delve right into it. So, the first step towards turning that idea into a great product, and from that great product turning it into a fantastic business, is to translate or make sure your idea translates into a well-defined product. So ideas are concepts. So ideas are, they are concepts, they're untested fact, they're hypotheses. They are in what we call hypothesis in science. And in order for that idea to be well executed, and a business idea, it has to translate to a well-defined product. So let's assume we're in a world where such things as ride-hailing services did not exist. Translating that idea of a ride hailing service into a product would be saying that, okay, do you know what, I have an idea for people to get cabs from their house, or I have an idea for people to get cabs without leaving their house, and it will be done through a platform, a web application, or an application where the user signs up, the rider signs up, and it pairs both of them. That is a well-defined product, gotten from an idea. So the next step, of executing your idea is knowing the technical feasibility of that idea. So basically, what that means is, knowing the technical feasibility of the product. So because the idea has moved to a product now. So what that means is that, okay, so we've decided that this idea would be like this in terms of a product. Now the technical feasibility has to talk about, is there a technology that exists to create this product? Do I have the knowledge to use this technology? Do I have the resources to hire those that can use this technology? So you want to build a software that does A and B, or you want to build a software that if ladies want to make their hair, it's augmented reality software, and from that software people can take a picture, and the software will show how the hair will look like on their head before they make the hair. The technical feasibility in this aspect will now be asking the question, does such a software already exist? If you are creating it from scratch, do you have the knowledge to do so? If you do not have the knowledge, can you hire those that have the knowledge to do so? So that's what technical feasibility is all about. So the third one is, what is the market need? Understand the market need for your product. So the idea has become a product. The product is technically feasible. The third question now is, does a market for your product exist? Are there people that are willing to buy your product? There are two things you should always take into consideration when you are looking at it from this aspect, which is my product solving a problem, or is it making people's lives easier? And haven't answered either of those questions as yes, the next bit is, how large is the population of these people? You can't use your family and friends to gauge these questions. So if you're gonna, going back to our AR example with the hair, of course a large number of women I've had the privilege of handling like two clients in the beauty industry, and I know that a lot of women do hair. So such a product, using that as an example, would have a large number of users. But it can't be said the same for all other ideas or innovative ideas. So you have to be very, very certain that this my particular idea product has a large number of users. And I've already talked about the two questions you should ask yourself. Is my product solving a problem or making life easier for? And these two categories have to be like a large number. You get. So the last bit is, plan and execute your idea as flawlessly as possible. So there's this popular saying, I don't mean to be cliche, but they'll say, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So one of the biggest challenges I have with entrepreneurs in my own personal practice is that entrepreneurs just want to go, 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 go. And I get it. It's part of what makes them tick. It's part of what makes them entrepreneurs. I've had so many instances where initially when an entrepreneur will call me. I'm like, oh, I have this idea, and I'm like, okay. I think you should hold off. Let's take this step. Let's take this step, and I'm like, okay, okay. And the next I see the person doing it, of course, most times they are doing it badly, or in some instances they are doing it. It could have been done better, but they just do it regardless. And I call them like, yo, how far we had this conversation? Be like, hey, I just want to do it, and it's cool. It's part of what makes them entrepreneurs. Initially I used to take it when I just started. I was like, I take it P, but I realized that, like I said, it's what makes them tick. It's what makes them entrepreneurs. But it works sometimes. It can't work all the time. You have to learn to plan. It's quite important that you plan. Yes, people have argued that, yes, with all the business plans, the market still shock you. That's true, but at the end of the day, plans seldom go as planned, but your ability to adapt is what makes you come out on top. But at the end of the day, if you look, I see it as a ship that is heading to a particular direction. Even if at some point the waves throw you off course, the fact that you have a compass in your hand always guides you back to the right route, headed towards your direction. So it's the same way with plans. Yes, of course, the market will always shock you with its intricacies, but having a plan is not like a compass that tells you, okay, do you know what? You're supposed to be doing 100 units a month, 200, 1,000 units a month. We are doing 550, so we need to get back to that 1,000 as projected in our cash flow. So yeah, so plans have their uses, and they should be followed as best as they can, and your plan should be executed as possible, as best as possible rather. So there it is, the 4 things that you should take into consideration executing new and innovative ideas. So let me take them from the top. Your idea should translate into a well-defined product. You should know the technical feasibility of your product. You should understand the market need for your product, and you should plan and execute as flawlessly as possible. My name remains Oselumense Ejale, business developer and consultant. If you have any questions as regards this topic, comment down below, or hit me in my DMs, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Take care, and have a wonderful day.